So welcome in everyone to episode 2 of our realistic Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 23. My name is Ash, you'll know me as Brommer18. Today we're continuing the career mode. Now very importantly, for any of you who haven't watched episode 1 yet, go and check that one out first. You'll get the sort of setup that we needed for this episode today. With regards to this episode today, it is a big one, lots of games to get through, lots of exciting ties, Arsenal, AC Milan, Manchester United, Salzburg, Leicester and a whole host more as well. Lots of fantastic games coming your way and hopefully an action-packed episode with any luck. Before we do get into the series though, a quick mention, if you haven't done so already, check out the link to my Patreon down below. On there you can get access to a whole range of fantastic perks such as my FIFA 23 tactics package with rankings and ratings and breakdowns of every real tactic I'll cover on the channel, as well as early access to videos, behind the scenes videos, access to my fantasy leagues, a Discord server, a whole host of fantastic stuff, exclusive tactics videos as well. Do go and check that out, a great way to support the channel and get some great perks as well. On top of that, check out my second channel, the link is down below, as is the link to my Twitter as well. Now with that being said, it is time to get into this series. So first things first, with regards to the previous episode, as you'll have seen, it was a very good start. 3 wins out of 3 to start the Premier League season. We did play one of them against Tottenham, and also we had the 2 that we simmed against Everton and West Ham as well. The schedule will continue to get tough in this episode today, as we've already spoken about, with a lot of these games, including a back-to-back double at home against Manchester United, as we did actually draw them in the League Cup third round as well. A couple of things to get through. For one, you might notice me doing this a lot in this video today. I've got some kind of setup changes going on behind the scenes as I kind of record this video, so just for this episode today you might have to see me doing this a lot, but if it doesn't bother you then don't worry about it. With that being said, getting on with this episode, lots to kind of get through as well as the games. We'll have a quick look at the Youth Academy. We'll talk about some transfer listings as well. A lot of people disappointed with the fact I transfer listed Kepa in the first episode, even though I didn't mention it, some eagle-eyed viewers there. We'll talk about that and maybe we'll do something about it as well. But with regard to this Arsenal game, we are going to play this one. I have decided that I'm actually going to test out these play the moments, play highlights as well during this career mode, and we're going to do it in this episode today and see what it's like. But for this first game, we are going to play it against Arsenal. With regards to the lineup, as you can see, a couple of changes. For one, Thiago Silva has been dropped, not because he's performed badly, but more because I don't like that matchup against Jesus. Now, we did play against Tottenham even, because they were playing Harry Kane, and I liked that matchup more. But with Jesus, with that kind of pace and that movement, I feel that he's going to be kind of a weakness and a bit vulnerable in that position. So we decided to move Koulibaly into the centre-back role. We've moved Cucurella over to left centre-back. He did play there kind of in a hybrid centre-back role against Salzburg in Graham Potter's first game. As a result, Ben Chilwell comes out onto the left. Could have been Sterling, but we've actually put Sterling up front because we've dropped to Aubameyang, who's had a little bit of a slow start. And in Sterling's place, or in Aubameyang's place, we do have one Conor Gallagher. Now, it was going to be Mason Mount, but as you'll see here, he's a little bit tired after international duty. So as a result, didn't feel comfortable putting him in. So with regards to that, I have decided to go with Conor Gallagher. Big, huge fan of Conor Gallagher. huge fan. Anyone who is a Patreon will have seen it in the scouting package, because I did a big report on him, so do go and check that out. So hopefully we can kind of get him into this career mode and really look forward to it as well. Just also want to swap the captain here to Koulibaly. I think he's definitely the best option, definitely a leader. And he's been the captain many times at Napoli, so only right that he takes that mantle here. Arsenal started the season fairly brightly. I think they've got 2 wins out of 3 to start the season, so they're definitely going to be a tough test as well. Jorginho looking to block off any passes there. Does a decent job of it. It's Lokonga, very good from Jorginho, but he loses that ball and forces Mendy into a good save. A little bit disappointing. He started off well, Jorginho, but that was a bit dodge. Oh, looks to get turned a little bit. And again, oh, space has opened up for him and another save from Edouard Mendy. Oh, I tried to play him offside because they keep tracking the run. Stop doing that. Because they keep tracking. Stop playing him onside all the time. And then I've tried to play offside trap, and naturally, it's just all happened a bit delayed. As a result, Gabriel Jesus gets through. and just laces it past Mendy. So disappointing. It's just not an issue that they fix on this game. Got to stop tracking the runs all the time. Let them play offside. Got to take him out. Gonna have to take him out there. Had no other option than to take him out because he was going through on goal. Unfortunately, I've got a feeling it's going to be a red. Yes, it is. There's nothing else I could do, really. Just nothing else I could do. Got to take one for the team there. And Kovacic gets his marching orders. Arsenal throwing men forward, and obviously they've got the numerical advantage with one less man. Why is it zoomed in? I hate it when he does that. Please don't do that. Zoom in. Well, it's disappointing, but obviously they, as I said, they have that numerical advantage, and they, once we were down to 10 men, it was always going to be an issue. And I think it was Thomas Partey, wasn't it, who picks up some space, and unfortunately, it's just been a bad day. Oh, Jesus. Nothing I could do about that. He's just lost a battle, hasn't he, Sterling, against Martinelli there. I mean, we don't want him in that position, really, but obviously, again, just too many numbers forward. Right, well, that's full time. Disappointing, really poor result and not a very good performance. Didn't see the patterns of play that we saw in the first game against Tottenham. We were forming a lot more kind of really encouraging attacking patterns. Lots of good passing moves. But in this game, not the case. Oh, look at that. 0 shots. 0 shots. Really poor. Lots of possession for possession's sake. Disappointing movement. And it's a real moment where it brings us back down to earth. Because obviously our winning start has now been cut short. So we'll move straight into this AC Milan game now. And I am going to do a play the highlights. So we'll test it out for the first time, see how it works. If things go well, then we can kind of incorporate it into the series as much as possible. As you can see, lots of changes to the lineup because unfortunately just everyone is absolutely knackered for some reason, ridiculously knackered. There's no reason for them to be that tired, but there you go. So we've had to change pretty much the whole team, but it's still a strong looking team. And one that, we should be able to handle. So we've got the first opportunity. Oh my God, the positioning is all over the place here. What on earth has happened there? Why is there like 2 men back for me and loads back for them? That was ridiculous. But thankfully, we deal with that. Onto this counter-attack then. Straight ball over the top to Armando Broja. Do we have it? Yes, we do. He's through on goal. Oh. Comes back out to Ziyech. What on earth was that touch? That was horrendous. Really poor. So Milan attack in the 41st minute. Let's see what we have here. Again, why have they got 3 men forward and we've only got 2 men back? That's absolutely ridiculous. Thankfully, Aubamebludclartyang's there. Ibrahimovic gets a ball out wide to Rafael Leao. Oh, that was poor defending from me. Really poor. I've let him in. He's going to go for goal and he does score. Really poor defending from me there. Just sold me the wrong way. Jockey the wrong way. That is really disappointing. Really disappointing. So we do have a penalty in the 58th minute. I can't actually remember how it is these get taken now. It's like the timing thing, isn't it? Let's see. So Armando Broja is the best one we have. Nice. An equaliser. There you go. 1-1. Armando Broja, the best penalty taker we had. Nicely tucked away into that far right corner. And sends Mike Maignan the wrong way. And a good response after going a goal down after that poor defending from me. Crossing opportunity for Milan. Why are there no centre-backs in the box? What is this? Jesus. What was I supposed to do there? Why are there no centre-backs in the box? Oh my God. Well, I can't see us doing this play the highlights thing much. I mean, look at what is going on. What the hell is going on? The less said the better, really. The less said the better. I'll leave it to you guys in the comments. This is absolutely ridiculous. What I will say is I can't see us doing this play the highlights very often. I was going to ask for your opinions, but, if it's going to be like this, then no thank you. Oh, dear me. So that's full time. And I've just noticed that it's 1-1. It's got 2 goals for Ibrahimovic. It's just said Ibrahimovic scored, and it said we scored. I'm so confused. I swear it just said that they'd scored 2, the Ibrahimovic goal, and then obviously the Leao goal. But now it's saying it's 1-1. Wow. This is like the most buggy thing I've ever seen. So yeah, apparently the final result was 1-1. That was ridiculous. That was so buggy. I'm not doing that anytime soon. So you don't need to worry about saying whether or not that was good or not. We certainly will not be doing that anytime soon. That's pathetic. How can they implement a feature like this and it just be so broken? Ridiculous. So before we do get into this next game, I think I should just apologise for that. Obviously, we're trying to make this a realistic series, and things like that just ruin it completely. So I am really sorry for that. But hopefully we can get back into the swing of things now. With this next game against Southampton, I am actually going to sim it. So we can kind of get through more games as we possibly can. Having a quick look at their lineup. Nothing too out of the blue. Aribo playing in defensive midfield is a strange one. But other than that, nothing too kind of crazy. With regards to our lineup, a couple of changes. Mason Mount comes in for Conor Gallagher. And also we have dropped Ben Chilwell. Cucurella goes back into left wing back, and then Thiago Silva comes back into the team. So we quick sim this one, and it is a 4-1 win. So it looks like at the very least they have solved this quick sim issue, and it's not as challenging as what it once was. Kai Havertz getting a hat-trick, and also Reece James getting onto the score sheet as well, so that's really promising to see. Southampton had a terrible day of it, as you can see by their ratings. Us, we were not brilliant in terms of our ratings, but as I say, we get the win. And that is the most important thing. Same thing for this game against Manchester United as well. This one is in the cup. We are going to sim this one as well. A couple of changes to the lineup. Azpilicueta coming back in. Hakim Ziyech, Aubameyang, Ben Chilwell get a look in as well, as does Kovacic. And as for them, they've gone for a pretty strong team other than Maguire instead of Varane. So let's see how this one is. It's a bit of a risk simming this one. I understand that. But it does pay off. Hakim Ziyech with a brace to get us a win. That is a massive win in the third round of the League Cup. And as you can see, a really, really good day. Ratings absolutely flying off the chart. So really pleased with that one. And it sends us through to round 4 of the League Cup. So we're back into the league now, but we do stick with this game against Manchester United as we have them back to back. A quick look at the league standings before we do get into this game, or we'll be playing this one. We're currently top of the league and Manchester United currently second. So it is first versus second. They are the only unbeaten team left in the division. So it's going to be a big, big test for us. Let's see where we're at. With regard to the lineup, pretty much the same for Manchester United. For us, we've reverted back to a similar lineup as to the one that did actually lose against Arsenal. Decided to try and give it another bash. This time, Mount comes in for Conor Gallagher. We're also going to change the captain yet again. It keeps changing, and that is really starting to get on my nerves. As we start playing more games, hopefully we can get a kind of feel for the tactics and whether or not they're working or not, because then I can kind of shift things around if I feel that there needs to be some changes. You'll have to excuse me, everyone, the camera's messed up again, so I'll get that sorted at the end of this game. Oh, guys, I can't do everything. That's so annoying. I cannot do everything. Look at this. I'm trying to contain him, but everyone else, he just stands there like, please, help me out. Bitter pill to swallow. So 3 changes here to speak about. We brought on Kovacic for Jorginho, Pulisic for Chilwell, and we've also brought on Aubameyang for Mount. We moved Sterling back into that kind of LAM role, and Aubameyang will, of course, go up front.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here.
Nice. Aubameyang making that run, and there's the ball from Pulisic. Aubameyang's in here. What an introduction this could be, and there it is. 1-1, what an equaliser and what an introduction for the game. For Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, straight off the bench and with his first passage of play. Scores, really nice build-up. That's a lovely, lovely build-up play from the throw-in. We work it nicely. Sterling, Pulisic also involved as well, the sub. Then Aubameyang finishes it off. Lovely run. That is much, much better. Managed to sort it out just before the game did end. So there we go. Get to see this again. Lucky you. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. When they start getting the ball in these positions. Oh my word. Ronaldo hits the post. And wow, I thought that was going to be a goal. I really did.
Right over for now, it seems.
Pulisic, Sterling. Looking for a ball of Aubamebludclartyang. Oh my God, he's found him. And Aubamebludclartyang is in. Oh,
He made it far too
I can't believe I've chipped it.
easy, didn't he?
I should have just levered it. That was a chance. That was a chance. And that's it. Surely the referee's going to blow it for full time now. As we get into the 93rd minute. No, he's going to keep playing. He's going to keep playing over stoppage time. Oh, here we go. 94th minute, even though there was only 2 minutes added on. And now as soon as we attack, obviously, he'll blow for full time. So, 1-1. Not a terrible result, I'll be honest. We didn't play brilliant. We really, really didn't. But it is, I don't know, a little bit lucky, I guess, really. I mean, having a look at the stats, obviously they were the better team. And I think we're going to make some tweaks to the tactics for sure. You know, I don't think this is really working out for us, so we're going to see what happens with that. It leaves the league table looking like this. Arsenal have come up out of nowhere. Obviously, the only team we have lost to as of yet. They are now top of the table. Man United in 3rd with 12 points. Liverpool in 4th. Man City having a bit of a strange opening run of games as they're currently down in 7th with 2 losses and a draw. So it's all to play for in these early stages. And that leads us nicely into this next game against RB Salzburg in the Champions League. We're going to sim this one. As you can see, a few changes for this game, as we've got to look after kind of tired players and stuff. Quite a lot of changes, actually. But hopefully, it will still be enough to kind of see us through. Looking at their team. A couple of players that will obviously be sought after, particularly Sesko up front. Maybe we'll look at him at some point. We'll see how that one goes. But as we quick sim this one, it is a 2-1 win. Unfortunately, Hakim Ziyech does get sent off after bagging himself a goal. So that's a little bit disappointing. But we managed to get the win late on with Mason Mount in the 89th minute. Having a quick look at the ratings. Not too bad in terms of the player ratings. Could have been a little bit better. But it is enough to see us get through the win. And after that, whatever that draw was against AC Milan, that leaves us with 4 points over the opening 2 games. So a quick look at the Youth Academy, nothing much to shout about. In fact, these are probably going to get released, if anything. Only a couple of players that we've found so far. As I mentioned in episode 1, we are only using kind of 2 and 3 star scouts to make it more of a challenge, more of a kind of process to bag these really good youngsters. So as a result, there are going to be less with that in mind. I put the feeders out there asking you guys for your input on who I should send, or which country I should send the 3rd scout to, and everyone is coming back with different suggestions. So I'm going to leave it for this episode again. Keep the suggestions coming in for which country we should send this 3rd scout to, and in the next episode we will definitely decide. So as we go into this next game against Leicester away now, we're playing this one as well. As you can see, a little bit of a change in tactic. We've gone for the 3-4-1-2 system now instead of the 3-4-3. Something that Graham Potter did generally use at Brighton a lot with the likes of Welbeck and Maupay up front, or someone else in that case. So we'll see how this one works. We've got Sterling and Aubamebludclartyang up front in that case, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more penetration in the final third, and it just becomes a little bit less passive.
To provide expert analysis alongside me is Stuart Robson.
That's a pretty good switch over to Ricardo Pereira on this right hand side. He's in acres of space. Jamie Vardy. Wow, that was a bit of a wake up call early on in this game. So half time, not much going on in that half. Not much going on at all. It was very, very passive. In fact, it's been more stagnant than the original system, which is very, very strange. So I have actually decided to move Kante up to centre midfield because I feel like part of the reason why it's so stagnant is that we don't have any more support. It's kind of just 3 or 4 players attacking all the time. So let's see if this one kind of works out.
First and be more creative with the ball.
Nice. Really good defending from Koulibaly there.
Sterling has it.
That is wonderful build-up play. It's really nice indeed. And it sets through Pierre-Emerick Aubamebludclartyang, who blasts it straight at the keeper this time. Oh, that is disappointing. Nice. There's a run from Aubamebludclartyang, and he's got him as well. This is it. This is the chance now. Now or never. And there it is. 91st minute. And the winner surely from Pierre-Emerick Aubamebludclartyang. Lovely, lovely finish. He had that fantastic opportunity earlier in the game that he did miss, but this time there is no mistaking that one. Raheem Sterling picks out a really good pass, and it's a fantastic run from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and look at those scenes. The away end absolutely erupts in that corner of the King Power Stadium. Finally, we get that breakthrough. I didn't think it was coming. I'll be honest with you. I really did not think that one was coming, but praise the Lord. Right, let's just defend. Just defend now. Oh, there it is. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Only, what, 1 minute of stoppage time? So that was it. Pretty much the last kick of the game. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. We steal a win right at the death. And Aubameyang, who started off this episode not getting a start because he'd started off a bit slowly. Well, he's more than made up for that. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. And if we have a quick look at the rankings now of the Premier League table, it's looking healthy. Back on top. A lot of teams haven't played yet though, so we can't read much into this. Wolves having a really good start as well on top of us. So it's going to be really finely poised. So next up, we come into this game after the international break against Fulham. We are going to sim this one. I'm going to stick with the same team that did start in that game. So hopefully that will be enough to see us through. Of course, a bit of a West London fixture here, and it's only a 2-2 draw. Harry Wilson getting on the score sheet after coming on from the bench. Aubameyang scoring a brace. So he's really feeling it at the moment. Solomon getting onto the score sheet as well. Look like some poor ratings, some very, very poor ratings from us, which is strange really, because on the stats we were the much better team. So you'd have thought that, you know, would have been playing better, but there you go. So 2 drop points there, definitely. That is a little bit disappointing. And let's see how the league table looks after that. So it looks like this, level on points with Liverpool now. The table is changing all the time. Man City lost again, which means they are really dropping down the table at the moment. Manchester United, Arsenal still up there as well. Arsenal have kind of just dropped some points as well. They actually lost to Man City. So there you go. So yeah, very nicely poised. Could have been top of the table, but never mind. And we'll follow that up now with this game against Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League. We are away. This time, of course, they did lose in the away tie in real life. So hopefully it's not the same for us. We're going to quick sim this one as well. A few changes in the team, but still a strong lineup. Another 2-2 draw. So back-to-back 2-2 draws. Armando Broja and Mason Mount on the score sheet, but it isn't enough to get us the win. Again, some disappointing match ratings other than the scorers. So that's something we need to kind of look at as well. So a little bit of a disappointing run in these recent quick sim games. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a blip. Let's speak about this quickly. A lot of you noticed in the first episode that I have actually transfer listed Kepa. And people weren't happy about it for some reason. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm not a big fan. Obviously, there are questions about his personality. There's a reason why they went out and signed Mendy, because ultimately he's not good enough. Lots of issues with his communication, with his back line, coming out for crosses and stuff, quite weak. And they tried to ship him in the summer. They tried to send him to Napoli, it fell through. So, I just thought it was a natural progression. But people aren't happy about it. People, for some reason, really love him. I don't know why. But there you go. So let's talk about that. Get me in the comment section. Let's find out for sure whether you want me to sell him or not. There's no point me keeping him just to not play him, because I'm not going to play him over Mendy. Let's face it. So there is that. So we are going to finish off with this game against Brighton. Of course, Graham Potter returning to the Amex Stadium. Looking at their team, very, very similar to what we're used to. They Levi Colwill playing against us, even though he's on loan from us. So, well, that one out. A couple of changes to our team, as you can see. Conor Gallagher coming into the side. Mason Mount getting a run out as well. And Thiago Silva returns to the team on top of that. So we'll finally finish with this game. And as we quick sim, it is a 3-1 victory. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a hat-trick. So he is really hitting the form as we kind of round out this episode for episode 2. Billy Gilmour also getting a game as well. Very interesting to see. Didn't play very well. The worst player on the pitch, but there you go. So yeah, that's a really, really good win. Good to get back to winning ways. And as we look at the league table, it means that we are still level with Liverpool on 20 points apiece. Manchester United 4 points adrift now, but they do still have a game in hand. So we'll see how that one kind of plays out. They do have Brentford in that one. Man City starting to work their way back into it a little bit. But they do have Manchester United next, so that is going to be a big fixture as well. Make sure to join me for episode 3. Lots of games coming up, particularly towards the end of November. A lot of tough games coming. Milan Manchester City and Liverpool as well. So we're really going to get into the meat of it. Hopefully we can get through November and December in that third episode, and that'll be kind of a really good fleshed out kind of first 3 episodes or so. If you have enjoyed it and you want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell down below. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. The link to that is also in the description and in the comment section. Lots of great perks and rewards on there. Don't forget to check out my second channel. The link is in the description. Lots of gaming content, and also my Twitter. Give me a follow on there. Drop a like on the video if you haven't done so already, and let me know you've enjoyed it. And on that note, we are going to finish it there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.